What's going on, everybody? I'm the hair. This is not the beard. This is the fucking bro. This is
the hair
and the fucking bro. Yeah. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. It's good to have you again.
We're fucking out for
the beard is out. Yeah. He's fucking injured reserve. He's fucking.
He's day to day, man.
He's day to day. We don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. No, I'm just playing. But it's good to have you, man. You fucking know more than most of us, so it's great to have your knowledge on here. We had our boy Rex last week. I don't know if you saw him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's a good one too.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a lot to talk about this week. If you didn't know about the fucking MMA news going on, it's some craziness. We'll do the preview first though.
And then we'll get to the drama later.
100%. Yeah, we won't bash it right away. So, it's an exciting card though, right? Start off the New Year's pretty much.
Yep.
UFC 232. Main events, Gustafsson Jones, part 2. Part 1 was fucking great.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
Oh man, maybe like 2016.
It was a couple years ago. Great fight though. Some people had Gustafsson winning.
Yeah.
I had it real close. I thought it could have gone either way, to be honest.
Definitely. I was actually reading up on that. John Jones actually himself, he's the one that said that was his most difficult fight in his career.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Here's hoping that this is another good one, man.
Yeah, he's been off, 2 years now? Or 1 year?
John Jones? Yeah, he hasn't fought since he beat
since he made Cormier cry,
yeah, which is at least a year and a half ago.
Year and a half, roughly.
Yeah.
Gustafsson hasn't fought in a good minute either.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been close to a year. I was reading earlier, too, that he averages about a fight a year, which is not too active for a fighter, but Gustafsson he's a motherfucker for sure.
Yep.
There's an interesting fight for sure, man. Of course, everybody wants to see John Jones fight.
Right.
He's one of the best, if not the best of all time, to a lot of people.
Yeah. I don't think it'd even be a question if it wasn't for all the suspensions and the breaks.
Yep.
I don't think it would even be a conversation of who's the best ever, man.
Yeah. No. If it wasn't for all the damn cocaine, the dick pills, all the shit he takes, the steroids too. We'll get into that a little bit later, but yeah, he's never lost. He has that one blemish.
It's a no contest.
Because it was
not a no contest. It was a DQ, I believe.
Yeah, because he did that 12-6 elbow on Matt Hamill a long time ago. So you can technically call that.
He's undefeated.
He's undefeated, bro.
He's never lost.
100% agree. How do you see this fight go? It's a tough one for me, to be honest, but I want to see your intake about it.
I'm gonna say it'll be a close one. John Jones, I can see it winning probably via stoppage, maybe in the 4th round or so. Gustafsson, I just think is a lot of inactivity, man. He hasn't fought in a while, and I think that's gonna be his downfall. Definitely,
and you can argue the same for Jones because he hasn't fought recently too.
Right.
But to me, he's just a lot higher caliber of an athlete.
Yeah.
Jones to me he should win this fight. Should be the safe bet. If I had a guess, I'd say maybe 3rd. I like the 4th round pick that you did. 3rd, 4th round, I could see him winning via stoppage. Maybe punches or even sleeper hold or something like that. But it should be a fucking fantastic fight.
Right.
There's a lot of shit going on about that fight too.
Yeah.
We can get into, since we're talking about Jones real quick.
Definitely, yeah. So the fight initially the card was supposed to be in Las Vegas.
It's been set for like 6 months, right? Something like that, I want to say.
And you said it was, maybe a week ago, you said? Or it was...
I think it was 6 days ago.
6 days ago, when they announced that they're moving it to Anaheim.
Yeah, 6 days notice or whatever. Yeah. So if you're a fan that... you're not just going. A lot of times, if you're from a different country, you're from far different state. You're not just gonna buy a ticket. You're gonna get a hotel. You're gonna get a rent-a-car most likely.
And you think about where's Gustafsson from? He's a.
I don't know where the fuck he's from.
I know he's from.
He's from Netherlands. Is he from there?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So if you assume some of his fans are gonna come watch him, they're flying out to Vegas, trying to make a weekend out of it.
Yeah.
And then this happens, man. That's.
Yeah, dude. It's a for sure. Is that Zach Levine? Yeah. Fuck. But fucking, it's crazy, bro. Because that's like one of those real awkward I guess you could say phone calls when you call Ticketmaster or whoever you call. Because Dana White says too, he's like, hey, we're gonna try to whatever we can to accommodate. It's just we're not gonna give refunds right now. It's too short notice. So we're kind of saying, all right, sorry, fuck off, but
slap in the face, man.
Yeah, and he's saying if those people that want to go, they can purchase new tickets.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's real cringeworthy for sure. Because I'm like, fuck, dude, you buy them in advance, you book hotels. Definitely. You're gonna try to book a hotel in LA, couple days notice for a big fight.
Yeah.
Good luck, bro. Good fucking luck. And why did they do? So why did this happen though? So why did they reschedule this in 6 days notice?
Well, I mean, I think the UFC for the last couple of years they've kind of been lacking on star power.
Big time.
And they really want Jon Jones to not necessarily be the face of the UFC, but they need him because he's a big draw.
Huge.
He's a really big draw. Like we were talking about earlier, man. You know, he might be the greatest of all time.
He might be.
So you know, people love to see him fight. And that's what the UFC needs right now.
Yeah, and so reasoning was he tested positive for
that's right. Yeah.
What the fuck is that called? Turinabol or something like that?
Yeah.
For those that don't know about that, it's a steroid. It's a steroid, testosterone. Basically, you take it when you want to get buff. Steroids. That's how they work. So they found a trace of it in there, in his test.
Right.
So they just shut everything off. This was in Vegas. The test came back positive.
Yeah. They
move everything to Los Angeles. He takes a new test, and it's clear. He passed it. I don't know, bro. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
A little shady.
Yeah.
So Vegas won't grant him the license to fight. California will. So now it's an Anaheim.
I was talking about this with my girl, man, and she don't know a whole lot about fighting MMA and all that. Right. But even her, she was like, God, that sounds really shady. Yeah. And I was like, well, it is. It is shady. It really is. It is shady. They want him to fight. They don't want to cancel another big card. And obviously, like you said, they need star power. Yeah. I don't know, man. What do you think? I saw one argument about it that's saying that I guess that Turinabol can stay in your system for a good amount of time. But I don't know, man. He's been indicted so many times that of course you get skeptical hippo-wise for sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very hard. And I like that dude a lot too.
Yeah, man.
It's an awkward situation. It's one of those where I kind of laugh about because, of course, I'm not going to the fight. I don't have all that invested in it. Right. But it's like, imagine for those fucks that do.
Being a fan.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, however, I'm still gonna see that fucking fight. I want to see Jon Jones fight and shit. It's a fucked up situation. In the whole, I saw Daniel Cormier throwing Jeff Nowitzki under the bus. He's throwing the UFC under the bus. He's calling everybody out. I think Rogan today is supposed to have Jeff Nowitzki on his podcast.
Oh, really?
So we'll see what the fuck he says, but it's hard to justify that one test says he doesn't pass and one test that he's clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then why switch everything? So it's one of those that it's very obvious, of course.
Yeah.
But what the fuck? I mean, fuck it. They're gonna...
Yeah, like you said, it sucks for the guys that were supposed to go to Vegas. Good for us because the fight's still on.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We'll see what else unfolds with that. But right now the fight's happening. It's on. It's ready to go. The next fight on there, which is getting overshadowed by a lot of fucking... by all this controversy, is a huge fight.
Yep.
Huge fight. Might be the biggest women's fight ever, bro.
Yep,
to be honest.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk about the Ronda Rousey days, but she was nowhere near the caliber that Amanda Nunes and
Chris Cyborg.
And Cyborg is as far as fighting ability.
Yeah.
Star power
definitely. I think she's probably
she clips them for sure.
She does, yeah.
But fighting, skill-wise, fighting,
it's not even
close. Not even close. I agree. Yeah. That's a crazy fight, bro. I've told so many people that I don't think Cyborg will lose to any woman. I think she'd fuck up CM Punk too.
Yeah,
but
probably,
nothing against CM Punk, but you saw his fights for sure. But I also said if one woman could beat Cyborg, I think it would be Amanda.
Yeah, definitely.
It should be a crazy ass fight though. What do you think happens?
Shit, man. I don't know, man. That one's probably harder for me to call than the Jon Jones Gustafsson.
It is
because obviously, like you were saying, Cyborg is a hell of a fighter, probably the greatest female fighter of all time.
Yep.
But Amanda Nunes is, if Cyborg is the first, Nunes is not a distance. She's a close second.
Yeah, she is. It can even be like 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
It's gonna be close. However, for some reason, Cyborg starches Nunes. I wouldn't be surprised either, just because how she is. But it's hard for me to imagine Nunes getting starched, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that should be a fun ass fight, bro. I'm looking forward to it big time.
You have a prediction for that fight?
A safe bet, I would say Cyborg. Right. But dude, Amanda, she's a fucking beast. You saw, of course, how she fucked up Ronda like nothing.
Yeah.
It should, like I said, it should be probably the best woman fight ever.
Right.
It's just getting overshadowed by the whole Jones Gustafson drama.
Do you think this fight stays on the feet? Or
yeah, definitely. Definitely. If Cyborg lands a couple crazy shots, then I could see Amanda going to the ground. I think she's good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But it should be a stand-up war for sure. They're both motherfuckers in their boxing and their stand-up. So it should be crazy. Would your safe bet be Cyborg too?
My safe bet would be Cyborg.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised. But if Nunes won this fight.
Yeah, and you know what too? If Nunes does pull this off, she's gonna be considered as probably the greatest.
She would be the greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time. Yeah.
You see what McGregor did with winning two separate belts.
Yep. That's right.
At the same time,
it's for the belt, correct?
If Nunes wins this fight, then she has both belts. She has featherweight and I think bantamweight.
Yeah, no shit. No, yeah, dude. What else could you fucking say about that? She'd be the best. Yeah. Another fight on that card is
Carlos. That's right.
Yeah, Carlos Condit, Michael Chiesa. That should be a fucking good one too, bro. They're both real close in as far as ability, I would say. It's a good matchup. Who do you think wins that one? What do you think happens?
I'll go with I'll say Michael Chiesa.
Yeah.
I'll say maybe I'm gonna say decision. I'll say
okay. And see, I think Chiesa should be the safe bet too. I could see second or maybe third round stoppage, but Condit's a motherfucker too, so it could go the distance for sure. It should be a great card overall, though.
It's a great. If you're on the fence about watching this card, don't be.
Yeah, no, don't. And we're not getting sponsored by those motherfuckers either. So we're just saying it should be.
Although if you guys want to sponsor us, Dana White,
do it. And speaking of Mr. Dana White, we saw what happened. I think it was today the news, right, with Usman.
Oh yeah, Usman, yeah.
Fuck, dude. If you didn't think Dana White hated Tyron Woodley before, I think this kind of cements it. He promised Usman a title shot for welterweight.
A welterweight, which is Tyron Woodley's. That's where he.
Tyron Woodley's. That's been a champ for a while. He fucked up the up and coming Darren Till. You mentioned to me earlier, and he's been running through everybody, bro.
Right.
And of course, Dana White doesn't give him the fucking time of day. He hates on him hard, and then Woodley. He cuts back at him too, though. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street. But there's Dana White promised Usman a title shot, not necessarily
with Tyron Woodley.
With Tyron Woodley.
So the interim, and this is another stupid thing I hate about the UFC, is the interim thing. And right now, the interim welterweight title holder is Colby Covington.
Yeah, Clovis's own Colby Covington, bro. That guy's a fucking piece of work for sure, but. I don't know. It'd be an okay fight, but everybody knows that the real champ is Woodley.
Yeah.
And I think Woodley would beat the fuck out of Colby Covington, bro.
Yep.
And I think Colby knows it too.
Yeah.
But why do this for Dana White? I mean, fucking Woodley works for the commentators too on Fox. He did on Fox, but he does the UFC Tonight shit, all that. So. I don't know, man. They need to figure that shit out because Woodley's the fucking man in that division.
Yeah,
I mean, they're trying to. I get it. When you put a title fight on the card, it makes the card look better, right?
Right.
For sales, but
just make it what it really should be as a number one contender match.
That's what it is. That's what it's a fucking placeholder for the fucking belt, pretty much. I mean, good for Usman. I mean, I know it's not his fault for sure, but I mean, Woodley's the one probably being like, motherfucker. Like, he's not even surprised at that, right?
Yeah.
There's no way he could even be surprised anymore. So we'll see what happens with that for sure. As far as boxing news goes, don't fucking have any. But there's always good shit coming on that the Zone app and all that shit.
Yeah,
so we'll see what I know the Charlo brothers
fought on the same card Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. They won, right?
I think I actually watched the younger brother for the first fight.
Yeah.
And he actually lost.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure about the other fight.
Yeah.
So
I know one of them was calling out Canelo, and I'm pretty sure
it was, the better one.
Yeah.
I think it's Jermell.
Yeah.
Charlo, calling him out.
Yeah, I mean they're good fighters, but I think he's biting off a little more than he can chew for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, and I was talking about it in the last podcast, but they need to give Canelo more competition. In that, I don't know if you saw that fight he did last week.
That Rocky guy.
Yeah, no one knew who the fuck he was. He was a champ, and Canelo floored him real quick. It was a kind of a weak fight.
Pretty early I think it was like third or fourth round.
Yeah, it was the third round. And he got dropped 4 times.
Yeah.
So they need to give that full competition for sure. Charlo's at least a recognizable name, so maybe it would be a good.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of people do think that Charlo could give him some trouble.
Yeah, who knows, man? I don't know how it works with the whole DAZN cross promoting. If they're gonna have to sign Charlo too, or if they're just gonna strictly cross promote, or how that's all gonna work.
Yeah.
Canelo doesn't give a fuck because he's getting his money no matter
Right.
what. I don't even think he cares who he fights anymore, to be honest, bro. I really don't. He signed that 11-fight deal, so I think he's kind of like, put whoever the fuck in front of me, I'll fuck him up, take my money, and that's it. Because are you gonna have to sign Triple G, or how, you know what I mean? I don't even know if that's gonna happen anymore. So Triple G's not a young man either. So
yeah, right.
We'll see what the fuck.
Let's see what happens with that, man.
WWE was alright. Raw was I'm not gonna say that part, but it was very slow for sure. It was very, very slow. SmackDown was a little bit better. It's a shorter show, so it's a little bit better. AJ Styles, he slaps Mr. McMahon. Yeah, he slaps him because he said that he was provoked because the previous week the McMahons came out, all of them, his daughter, his son, Triple H, and Mr. McMahon himself, they came out and asking everybody to grab the brass ring and try harder and shit, quote unquote. So then he comes out and he slaps McMahon and says he wants to be the motherfucker in town. So that's how that shit went. And John Cena returns next week for the new year. John Cena's been making a whole lot of films lately. He's starring in the new Bumblebee Transformers movie. Yeah. Also, we'll see how that one goes. So he's not saying he's turning into the new Rock, but he's going down the same path.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how Hollywood treats him, or if he's gonna come back to WWE and be a full-time guy, which I don't really see too much anymore. He's making a good amount with Hollywood. But one thing we will do, get back into the NFL. It's a good week for my Raiders this week, finally. But we'll get into it. We'll do the preview as well as a review while we're doing both. First game of the week, though, it's going to be Dolphins-Bills. I don't think they're playing for anything, right? Those
not really anything on the line.
Just for pride and respect.
Yeah. It's a pride game.
There's going to be a lot of those this week, I believe.
Yeah.
What are the Dolphins coming off of?
The Dolphins played... Man, I'm not sure if they played last week.
Okay, the Bills lost to the Patriots. Dolphins lost to the Jaguars. So 2 losing teams. Not just playing for respect, pride. It's the Bills. They're both of their last games, but the Bills. It's at their home. So maybe they want to put on a show for the crowd.
Yeah.
Who knows what the fuck? I'll just say Bills just because of that. Actually, no. I got Dolphins. Fuck, I got Dolphins. Yeah, should be a safe pick. Who do you got on that one?
I'll take the Bills.
Because it's the last home game.
Buffalo, yeah.
Okay. Next one's Packers-Lions, and I believe the Packers. They won last week in a thriller in overtime.
They beat the Jets. They came back on the Jets.
Yeah, came back on the Jets. Lions, I don't know what the fuck they did.
Lions.
They got their ass beat to the Vikings.
Yeah.
So it's in Green Bay too. Green Bay's not fighting for a spot, right? Or are they?
They're not. No, they're out of the playoff picture.
Fucking sucks for them. They'll put on a show for Lambeau, I think. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of respect games this week, so we'll see what the fuck.
So you got the Packers.
I got Packers that game. Yeah,
it's a hard place to go into Lambeau. I got the Packers in that one too.
Sounds good. Jets lost last week. Patriots won last week. They're facing each other this week in New England. New England clinched. However, I don't think they're the number 1 seed though, right?
No, there's a lot of still to be decided in the AFC.
Yeah, actually, I think they don't have a chance to be the number 1 seed though. I think it's between Chargers and Chiefs.
But I do believe they can still drop down to the 3 seed. So I mean, they want to get that first round.
They want to get that win. They should beat the Jets. It's in New England. The refs, they'll call flags for their way for sure.
Yep.
I see Patriots taking that one.
Patriots too. I got it.
Panthers Saints next game. Saints are fighting for the number 1 seed, correct?
Actually, they clinched it last week.
All right, so
Steelers, yep.
Okay, so they're not going to play anybody this week, right?
They're not playing anybody this week, but Carolina, they sacked Cam Newton for the rest of the year.
Oh shit! I saw
they're
that.
So he won't be playing.
There's going to be a Pop Warner game for sure. Then they're going to start backups. I did see that about Cam. He was excited for the backup. I saw him post online about it. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see good football, this probably won't be the game. But there won't be. There's a lot of the starters aren't going to play this game for sure. Saints, why would you risk it? You already clinched.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the fuck. Next game we have Jaguars Texans. Texans coming off a victory, I think. Right?
No, they actually lost to the Eagles.
Oh, they did lose by 2 points.
Yeah.
And then who's the other fucking?
Who did you say the
Jaguars?
Jaguars. They beat the Dolphins.
They beat the Dolphins. It's in Houston. The Texans they haven't clinched it either, right?
They clinched the division.
Okay.
But again, they're fighting for
a higher
that
seed.
Okay. With the Patriots. So,
and Deshaun's playing pretty damn good right now. He's making plays, bro.
Yeah.
Jaguars aren't in it at all, I don't think.
Yeah, they're not.
Texans should win easily. It's in Houston too.
Yep.
They'll blow a few whistles going towards Houston. I think they'll blow them out, to be honest.
Yeah.
They'll crush their spirits. Jaguars are already looking on vacation, bro.
Yeah.
They're looking at their whatever the fuck they're gonna do after the season. Next game's Cowboys Giants. Cowboys already clinched playoff berth, I think. Maybe the division, I'm not sure.
They clinched the division. So they got nothing to play for, and they'll play some starters.
Yeah, and the Giants aren't worth a fuck either. They might. It's in New York though, so they might try to win this one, or they might try to look towards the draft too and not play anybody. Because this is kind of a wish-wash week for sure.
Yeah.
Most likely how it'll be, but I still think for some reason that the Cowboys are going to take this one.
I'll take the Giants just because they're playing the starters
and they're playing at home. Yeah.
Playing at home, hard to stop Saquon. They probably won't play Odell. He hasn't played in the past 2 weeks. So he probably won't play this.
He's looking at vacation too.
Yeah, he's already.
Yeah, he's in the chill mode right now. Next game is Falcons Buccaneers. I want to say the Falcons fucking won last week. Unless
the Falcons.
They beat the Panthers last week.
Yeah.
Bucks lost to the Cowboys. I don't know if this is a respect game too, correct?
Game. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna say Bucks.
Are they playing Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'll take the Bucks too.
Yeah, I'll take.
Shout out to Maui.
Yeah, shout out to Maui. I'll take the Bucks. Jameis, he's playing still, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We'll see if he. Let's say for some reason he tears it up this week. Do you think it's going to go into the season saying, all right, I guess he's still our guy? Because I've seen a couple of people saying that Jameis might not be the guy anymore.
What I think is they're not going to have a high enough draft pick to pick to select a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see them, riding it out for another year with Jameis, seeing if he can be the guy, if he can take that next step.
He's still fairly young too,
young guy.
So you can I can see him. I can see that now. You convinced me one more year of Jameis, and you think one more year of Fitzpatrick.
He needs a solid backup. Well,
solid backup for sure.
Solid backup sometimes.
Inconsistency for sure.
Very inconsistent. Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of what it is with backup quarterbacks. You expect them to do the job of a starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm. I heard that. Next game, Raiders Chiefs. Raiders coming off a Monday night victory against the Broncos, which is very surprising. Chiefs coming off a loss, I think, right?
Chiefs lost
to the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
Right now, the Chiefs and Chargers are fighting for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
They're both at...
I think the Chiefs are playing... Well, they're playing the Raiders.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know what their record is, though.
Are we looking at the Chargers or the Chiefs?
They have the same record.
They have the same record, 11-4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're fighting for that. The Chiefs need to win. It's in Arrowhead. I'm just going to say Raiders play spoiler and they take it. That's my upset of the week. But the Chiefs should fucking win this game for sure.
I'll take the Chiefs.
Thanks, man. I do that. Next game's Cardinals Seahawks. A respect game again, correct?
Yep. Seahawks already clinched.
Yes. So they won't be playing Russ, right?
No,
they won't be playing Russ. Cardinals, they've been trashed for a big part of the season. They played okay. They played it good against the 49ers for some reason this year.
Beat them twice.
I'm still going to say Seattle. It's in Seattle, too.
That's a tough game.
Yeah, it's a kind of weird game. But I'm going to say Seattle on that one.
I'll take Seattle, too.
Next game, Mr. Rams himself. Los Angeles Rams versus the Niners. Are you guys going to play anybody? Are you guys playing for a seed or no?
Yeah, we're playing for the 2 seed. We have to win this week, or the Bears have to lose.
Okay, so do the Bears play before you guys?
They play before us. They're playing the Vikings. Okay,
so let's say the Bears lose. Do you think they last minute scratch everybody? Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's an obvious one, of course. Yeah. Let's say the fucking Bears win, because I think the Bears will win, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think you guys play your guys. So Gurley sat out last week, and that was because of an injury or
it was
precautionary?
It was injury.
I kind of think, though, if you guys were fighting real hard for victories, he might have played, to be honest.
Well, we do kind of need the victory. Well, obviously, depending on what happens in the early game with the Bears and the Vikings. But, so we had a...
Because division's clinched already for a while. Clinched. Yeah.
But we'd rather have that bye.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously. Because...
he plays this week probably, correct?
Gurley?
Yeah.
No, they already talked about sitting him out.
Okay.
And actually, we just signed C.J. Anderson, who had a really good week last week.
Dude, that motherfucker, he was with the Broncos. He signed with us. We had him for 6 days, then we cut him. Then he signs with...
I think he signed with the Panthers.
Panthers, he had a breakout game. Yeah. And then they cut him too, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I mean, he looked like a pretty serviceable backup last week.
He definitely is. And I am pretty sure he will be this game too. I think no matter what, the Rams take this game, even if you guys sit out your guys. Yeah. I think you guys overall just head to toe more talent than the 49ers.
Yeah.
Next game's going to be Chargers Broncos. So wait, on that Rams one, if you guys win, even if the Bears win,
we still get the 2 seed.
Oh, okay. So that is a pretty big game.
Yeah, we have something to play for if the Bears win.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. But honestly, if I was a Rams fan, I would hope for that Bears loss just because rest your dudes, man.
Guys, an extra week.
Football's a tough sport. You can rest those bodies.
Yeah.
But next to Chargers Broncos, big game for the Chargers. Broncos can play spoiler because if Chargers win, they'll be in the number 1 seed with the Chiefs' loss.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works now because they've both beat each other once.
I think I saw it. The Chiefs have the tiebreaker because they have a better division record.
Okay. So they need a win, and they're hoping for a Chiefs loss.
Yep.
So I wonder if the Chiefs play in the morning, because this is going to be an afternoon game. No, they're both in the afternoon.
Same time.
So they're going to play everybody. So this is going to be this might not be a respect game. This is going to be a good one to see. Chargers need the victory. I think they're going to get it too.
Yeah.
Next game's going to be Bears Vikings. Good one for you, right? Because you'll be sure you'll be watching this one for sure.
Yep, got to keep a close eye on that one, man.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is, Vikings, they're not fighting for anything, correct?
Actually, no, they're fighting for a playoff.
For a wild card. Okay, well, fuck.
That changes everything.
That's going to be a great game. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's in Minnesota too.
Minnesota. I'm hoping they can pull it off, man.
Yeah. Bears have been a motherfucker this year. They've been beating a lot of teams. So, fuck, dude, that's a tough one. It's in Minnesota. I still would probably say the Bears, just to be on the safe side, even though it's in Minnesota. Yeah. But for your sake, I know you're hoping for the fucking Vikes. Should be a good one. I think it'll still play in your favor though, because I think you guys will smash on the 49ers. So
let's hope, man.
It'd be nice though, right, if the Vikings could pull it off.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens right there. So if the Vikings lose, are they automatically out, or they still have chances?
I think if they lose, the Eagles have to lose.
Okay, I see. So yeah, they'll both be fighting for sure.
Yep.
Next game's going to be Browns Ravens. Respect game, correct?
Actually, no.
The Ravens.
The Ravens. The Ravens win. They clinch the division. They're in.
Ooh. Winning, you're in.
And well, I'll save the rest for later.
Yeah.
It's the Steelers.
Oh, okay, perfect. So Browns fighting for respect. What's his name?
Baker.
Baker. You see him stare down Hugh last week? He said he didn't too, bro. No, you know he did. He looked at him for like 30 seconds, dude.
Yeah.
There's
definitely some animosity there between. I don't know if Hugh Jackson hates Baker, but Baker definitely.
He don't like Hugh for some reason.
Hugh Jackson.
He don't like him.
He
dude.
definitely doesn't like him. Yep.
You know what it might be, because he started Tyrod Taylor in the beginning. I think that has something to do with it, to be honest.
You know what? Baker and the Browns in particular, they've been playing a lot better.
They've been playing great, dude.
Ever since they fired Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, I think it was. Some people aren't just good fits, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, Hugh, he was the head coach for us for a bit, and he actually did all right. He had 2 8-8 seasons, which you can say is mediocre too, because you're not winning or losing.
Right. But yeah, it came after some troubling years, right? No.
Definitely. So for me, I was kind of happy because I'm like, hey, you know what? We were 2-14. We were 4-12.
You know what? That's exactly how I felt with Jeff Fisher when he came in.
Yeah.
But then Sean McVay came in, and
now McVay's a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
That fool has more testosterone than any of us, and
Yeah.
he's in his 30s. You know what I mean?
Man.
And we're in our 20s, and he's still that fuck.
Got a lot of tests, man.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro. He's gonna be a good coach for a long time. So on that note, I'm gonna say Ravens win because it's in Baltimore and they need it. Mm-hmm. I can also see Baker playing spoiler because he's been. You're right. They've been playing better.
Yeah.
But I still see Ravens winning this game.
All right. Yeah, I'll take the Browns.
I'll take
the Browns and the spoiler.
Baker and fuck you. I'm just playing. Next game's gonna be Eagles Redskins. Eagles fighting for something, I believe.
They're fighting for the wild card. So for the Eagles to get in, they gotta win, and the Vikings gotta lose.
How about Nick Foles, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's like
it's kind of like deja vu, man, because when he came in, it was actually against us last year.
Yep.
That's when he came in, and I mean, he didn't play lights out or anything when he played against us, but you saw what he did in that playoff run, man.
Just because of that, what happened last year and what's unfolding this year, do you think there's an official quarterback controversy in Philadelphia? Because last year we'd say, hey, Carson was still better, but Nick Foles did a great job.
Yeah.
Beat Tom Brady. I wasn't sure about it. Now, honestly, in my opinion, I kind of think there is.
I think there might be, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it all depends on what happens with Nick Foles, with the Eagles, and if they make the playoffs or not. I think if they make the playoffs and he wins a game or two,
then watch out.
Carson Wentz might be on the
trading block.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be hard to cut him, but trade, I think there's a lot of teams that would take him now.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely not cut.
Yeah.
He can definitely not be cut, but there's some quarterback needy teams out there that can take a...
I would trade Carr and a second rounder for him. If they say no, then I would tell them to fuck off. But I would give him Carr and a second round pick for Carson. I think that's semi-fair because Carr does okay, but he's not... I still say Carson's better.
I think the only reason I would ask for maybe a little bit more in that trade, if I was the Eagles, is because of Carr's contract.
Hell yeah.
Which is
fucking true, dude.
That's a lot of money to take on.
It is.
For maybe even a backup quarterback. If you want Nick Foles to be your guy, and bring in Derek Carr, that's a lot of money to pay.
Well, if that's the case, then I say forget about Carr. We'll probably cut him because this year we can actually cut him.
Yeah. And
we'll save 15 point something on the cap next year. So I would say just scratch the Carr thing. We'll just cut him. We'll give you a second and a fourth, and that's. I think that might be lowballing it, but I would throw that out there first. You know what I mean? Carson's he's a good quarterback.
You could definitely highlight the injury history of Carson Wentz and say, well, we'll take him off your hands, but he's injury prone.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta say that at this point now with his season being cut short two years in a row.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you're not going to pay. I mean, Foles has to be due, right? He has to be due for something next year because last year he wasn't. Yeah. I think it was a 2-year deal. So I think you have to decide: am I going to go all in on one of these guys, or am I just going to do these Kirk Cousins 1 year fucking deals.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can do that, but you're not gonna do that for 2 quarterbacks, are you? That'd be too. Yeah, you can't do that.
Definitely can't.
So I think this is gonna be an interesting season for the Eagles at the end of this. No matter what happens.
Yep.
But we'll see. Fucking. Well, who would you pick right now? Out of those two guys,
I would still take Wentz just because
age.
he's younger and he's
potential's all there too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And he's been I think he was in the MVP race last year.
He was
up until, before he got hurt.
Yep.
So
it's a tough one. We'll see next year though, right? It should be. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Next one's and I got
the
Eagles for sure. Yeah. Next one's Bengals Steelers. Steelers fighting for that spot, correct?
Yeah.
Bengals not fighting for anything, if I'm not mistaken.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. So to me, it should be easy. Steelers should win this one.
Yeah.
They're gonna play everybody. They got a very high powered offense when they're on it, when they're healthy too.
Yep.
All those guys. You got Juju and Antonio Brown. You
got
got a good tight end out there too, and then
James Conner if he comes.
Conner,
I don't know if he's playing.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure.
But even his backup was doing okay
Samuel,
too.
He's okay, yeah.
So it should be an easy victory for them. They should win.
Yeah.
It's in Pittsburgh too.
For the Steelers to get in, they have to win, and the Browns have to beat the Ravens. So that's the spoiler I was talking about.
Okay.
So I don't know. I can definitely see the Browns playing spoiler, man.
Shit. So the Steelers, even if they win, they might not make the playoffs. Then
yeah,
that's pretty crazy. Those fuckers lost to us too.
And
they're gonna look back on that fucking.
The
game.
Craziest thing is they lost 3 games, 3 games in a row. It was the Raiders, Broncos, and the Chargers. And those are all games they could have won.
I can see the Charger loss because Chargers are a decent team. They shouldn't have lost to us and shouldn't have lost to the Broncos.
Yep.
That's crazy. But they'll look back and they'll circle those games. They'll see. But I think they should win that one. Last game of the week is gonna be Sunday Night Football, Colts Titans.
That's win and you're in.
Both of them, correct?
Win and you're in. Yep.
Fucking sweet. Fuck. Derrick Henry's been balling for sure. Mariota's not playing, right?
Yeah, he's playing.
He's in a okay.
Or you know what? Actually, he got hurt.
He got hurt, yeah.
Against the Redskins. I'm not sure. He probably will play though.
Okay.
That's just my.
It's hard for me to go against Andrew Luck because he's been playing a lot better this second half of the season.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Andrew Luck and the Colts because I believe in Luck. But it's in Tennessee. Tennessee has a decent defense on them too.
Yeah.
I have a good running attack. I'm not sure if Mariota's playing or not, but it should be a fun game for sure. You're gonna see fake punts. I think you're gonna see a lot of craziness because winning you're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta go all out, man.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the Colts. Who do you have on this one? Mariota is or isn't playing?
Well, I'm actually looking at it right now. It says he didn't practice today, but he hopes to play against.
He'll play.
He'll play. He'll probably be a game time decision, but he'll play.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, Titans defense. You guys got me a fantasy championship, so I will respect you forever for that. But gotta go with the Colts.
Yeah. On that note, I'll go with the Colts. So we both got Colts on that one. Should be a fun last week of NFL football, though. Yep. The regular season next week, we'll get to the fucking playoffs. You guys are hopefully looking to skip that week, right? So
hopefully.
We'll see what happens for sure. Great NFL stuff. So we'll move on a little bit to the NBA. We have Heat Raptors live right now. Raptors are up by 4 points. They were down 20 to the Heat, and they came back roaring. So... Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors they've been still number 1 team in the NBA, I believe.
Yeah. Record-wise, yep.
Yesterday was a real crazy game. Your Lakers took down the fucking Warriors, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I was watching that game. The Lakers were taking it to the Warriors, midway to the third quarter, I believe it was, or towards the end of it. And, LeBron goes down with the injury. Everybody's like, oh, shit, here we go.
I thought that was game 2, bro.
Then, the Warriors go on one of those third quarter patented runs where they just make blow the doors off, and they did that, and the Lakers were able to weather that storm. And
they did, bro. They did a good job. Rondo did a great job, too.
Yeah, Rondo Zubac is playing pretty good.
He is.
And I don't know, man. There's some inconsistency there with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing can be said about all teams in the NBA when you look at, especially the West too. We were just talking about it right now, man.
The Wild West, bro.
The Kings, you said, could be in the 4th seed.
We could be in the 4th if we win these next 2 games. Today versus the Clips, and then tomorrow versus the Lakers without LeBron. It's a crazy time right now in the West. If you're not the Phoenix Suns, you're in the fucking race, bro. It's crazy looking at everybody's a half game behind each other, and the standings change every fucking day.
Man. Yeah.
I look at it one day, the Rockets are in 14th. The next day, they're in fucking 7th, and it's nuts the way it's going
crazy,
right now.
Man. Yeah.
And then, like I said, my fucking Kings too. They're in 12th, then they're in 6th, then they're in 8th, and it's just crazy the way it's just going right now. And then they can go to 4th, but I like that. I like the competitivened right now. It's fun.
I think it's good for the NBA, man.
Yeah, it is.
Because, after years of Warriors, Cavs, we need something new, and this is definitely it.
We do, and I kind of think the NBA put all their chips in the West because you got Jimmy Butler over here now, you got Paul George over here now.
Actually, Jimmy Butler is.
Oh no, never mind. Let's just rewind.
He's one of the.
Edit that shit out. That didn't happen. But yeah, Paul George, of course, and you have a lot of star power in the West.
A lot of the star power is concentrated in the West.
Yep.
A lot of it, the top guys in the East, Kawhi, Giannis.
Yeah, Kawhi. Giannis is a fucking
Jimmy
beast
Butler.
too. Butler's doing okay, but I think he's still finding his niche with the 76ers. It's I kind of thought it might be weird too because they have a good young core. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're bringing in this not old guy, but he is a veteran for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it is a little bit weird of a fit right now. But we'll see. I mean, they're going to be a playoff team for sure.
Yeah.
And he could be a go-to guy also down the stretch. So I don't know. We shall see. I saw James Harden took 70 kids on a shopping spree for Christmas. I think it was yesterday. So shout out to James Harden for sure. Good guy. We'll also get. We got one current event today. There was that.
The government shutdown.
Government shutdown you were talking to me about.
Yeah.
Now we don't know exactly what the fuck that means.
So apparently what I saw anyway was obviously Donald Trump, one of his biggest campaign promises was building the wall.
Oh yeah.
The border between obviously us and Mexico. Obviously he was saying, Mexico doesn't pay for it, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Mexico obviously is not with that shit.
Yeah, they're not gonna pay for it.
Not paying for anything. Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, he airballed it. Yeah. Shout out to
Hassan Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside, one of the most horrible free throws of the year.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so now it's coming back on the U.S. to pay for that wall. And obviously, Donald Trump wants that that wall to be built. So he's trying to work it out with Congress to get that wall.
Yeah.
They're not having it.
They're not having it for sure. And I was laughing the other day because I saw that it's getting built very slowly though.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this motherfucker is actually building it. What the fuck? But it's just kind of funny to me. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like those fast speed railroads where it's halfway built and they're like, oh no, fuck it.
Yeah.
Cut it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it was a great week. Great having you on here again, man. And this isn't your last time either, for sure.
First, not my last.
Not your first, not your last. You'll be on here plenty more times. Appreciate having you on, man. We will get back to it next week. This is the bro from the hair.
We're out.